Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from wisdomseekers.net, and I'm here today with Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn for April 26th to May 2nd, 2020. And even with the quarantines, this month has gone very fast. Seek. This first card I got is Seek. And right now, that is probably a very good idea. Somebody said to me, well, you've got extra time. How would you like to do this? Well, I don't have extra time. And I doubt very many of you actually do have extra time. But if you do have extra time, right now is a good time to seek. Seek spirituality. The very first card for Earth was very interesting. It's the Lovers. The Lovers, in this context, is universal love. It's everything. And what covers it is another major arcana. It's the Chariot. And the Chariot, it's about staying in balance. And when you first discover love, and I'm talking about the universal love, it's very hard to stay in balance. Not because love is the wrong thing or the wrong answer. It's because it's so euphoric that you forget to do any other things that are necessary to survive in life, like eat, exercise, talk to your neighbors, things like that. So finding love, and love is pervasive. Then you need to remain in balance while you discover how it works. And it also says, the Chariot also suggests that that the path you're on is the right path. So let's go with that. Love, but stay in love with balance. Love with the Buddhist idea is the middle way. And I think that's exactly the way you want. You don't want to be too I'm in love with the universe, and too blah, I hate being alive. You want to be in the middle way, where you're awake, you're aware, you're still functioning. Okay. And so 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands. And I forgot I was supposed to mention. Oh, dang. Oh, well, later. 5 of Wands is what's behind us, and that's protecting that which is yours. It's and truthfully, in the spiritual way, you don't have to protect that belief system. You don't have to tell everybody, hey, I'm right and you're wrong. Or, hey, you're beating me up because I don't believe the same way. You don't have to protect yourself from that, because what other people believe is their. But we don't have to say, no, I don't believe it either. We just have to go along with, yeah, that's how I think. And that sounds very mediocre and everything, doesn't it? It's not very well explained. But spirituality, true spirituality, you live it. You don't have to go door to door telling people this is the way. You don't have to stand on the rooftops and yell, I found the way. You just live it. And you don't have to argue with people. If you don't believe in what you say, that's simply all right. Okay, so what's also happened is the 6 of Pentacles. And the 6 of Pentacles is pulling parts of yourself together, bringing parts of you to fruition. And that makes you more whole. The more you bring that little piece of 5-year-old Johnny to adult Johnny, and the more you bring that 15-year-old heartbreak back to Melissa, the more whole you are. All right? So you don't have these little soldiers of energy all over the place protecting you. So, it all works out very well when you're all what whole are conducive is conducive to being complete. And when you're complete, then you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. There's a change coming this week, and it's a Queen of Swords, and it's a heart opening, and it's a very important. And the next two cards I'm going to read together. It's a change. It's a heart opening. It's a change. And I keep saying, when you're hurting, that's when you open up wider to accepting everything. It's not the time to close down. Okay, so when it hurts, open up wider, and instead of being angry with whomever for doing something, go beyond. It's sort of, how do I explain it? So this is you, and this is the person you're upset with. You open up and go wider so that it encompasses this, but it encompasses much more. And when you do that, you cannot hang on to the emotional, oh my gosh, it hurts so bad, because you take everything in and understand it, and it's inclusive, and then you see everything through the eyes of love, not the eyes of I'm in love, not the eyes of I've been done wrong, eyes of love. And that's all there truly is. Once we get to a certain stage, we can see that love is all there is. That's a Beatles song, but that's true. That's all there is. And once you do that, it's easy to include the pain and the heartache as well. And once you include the pain and the heartache as part of living, and you can see it from a different perspective, it goes away. It becomes less important. And you can't see that happening, right? But truly, go beyond yourself, and you will find that the man you were in love with is still there. You still love him. He still did you wrong, but it has less importance. Okay, so the next card that's coming after the heart opening is very important, is the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is all about taking a rest, taking a break, enjoying the essence of your power, the essence of what you have worked at. I'm going to read this with it as well, so it's in front of you as the Nine of Pentacles. Your power center is stable. There's no need to prove yourself. But at the same time, you enjoy the fruits of your labor. You're very happy. You're very happy with what you have earned, and you have earned the right to be who you are. So what supports us during the week? Well, a little bit of frustration, and that's normal. And we were all super God, or super in love, and could handle everything I've just been describing, then we would just return to source, right? We're not there yet, at least not some of us are, and you've probably already gone to source then. But so we have the right to be frustrated, and when we're frustrated, it's like, okay, just I'm frustrated. What do I do about it? And return to balance, return to the center way. Again, there's more change, but we're in a world that is focused on change, and so I don't see how we can get around the change. But with it comes more knowledge. We're smarter. We're more aware. And you'll notice as you become more spiritually aware that you are actually smarter, because you don't have all the little soldiers over here being protective about that, and all the little soldiers over there protecting that. So you have more energy to focus on thinking. And because you're focused, you're using your intuition, You understand things quicker, and literally you will be smarter. So if you have an average IQ at the beginning, you have above average IQ when you've opened up and become more spiritual, simply because your intuition says, no, not that way, try that one. Okay, yeah, I get it. And because you are intuitive, you intuitively understand things. So it has a great deal of value. The Ace of Wands, you have a great deal of support coming this week, and lots of transmutation. We're taking control of our own lives. Now is the time to be the master of our own lives. The last two, we don't really need them, but I'm going to use them anyhow, is the Moon. And that, again, we already know we're going to change. Change usually comes from the subconscious. The Moon is the subconscious, but it's all about growth. Moon is always, always, always about growth. And again, the last card is the Star, or the Goddess. And the Goddess is very strong and supportive. So this week, it is a time to seek. But it's this time to seek inside of yourself. It's not time to seek outside of yourself. And when you do, listen to what you got. Listen to what you're saying to yourself. And not the mind chatter. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the intuitions that come directly from your guides and angels, or more importantly, from yourself, the higher self, that which is more than what you see for yourself. And so everything is working very well for us this week, for Earth, and it's not quite as volatile as some of the other people, but it is, how do you say this? It is a huge week. It is a huge week because you sort of go click. Something goes click, and there's varying stages of click. Things going. Oh, I get it. So it might be that you get the big one, and you're, oh my gosh, I understand why the butterfly wings fluttering here caused a tsunami in the other side of the world. Or it could be, that makes so much sense. I understand why Johnny says he's not interested anymore. It's not because of me. It's because he's afraid. It could be something as simple as that. But you will get clicks. I call them clicks, or aha moments, and it's very very important to listen to yourself. It's very important to trust your intuition. Right now, you want more than anything, okay? All right. So with that, and then I realized it was a little bit scattered, but I listen to one of my things, and I get information in images, and then I forget to explain the images to people. And so I'm trying to be more thorough in my explanation. Doesn't necessarily mean it's working or it's clear. Let's see what happens. Hi, everybody.
Chandra Walker starts us off with a $10 super chat.
Thank you, Chandra.
Sending good vibes to you both. I want to know if me and Tim can work things out. He's Scorpio, and I love his honesty. Please and thank you.
So what you love at this point, you may not actually love so much later on in life. And I do believe you can work it out. Now you have to ask yourself, do you really want to? And I'm not saying you don't want to. I'm saying you ask yourself if you really want to. Because quite often what you really love now, you can do without when you're married to or in a long-term relationship. So honesty is really, it's really good. How you're honest is more important. And if its honesty is because he's lazy and doesn't try, then make sure you truly want that kind of honesty. If that makes sense. Okay.
Moonfeather says, "Hey, Eliz-sha and Elle, how are you both? How are your puppers?"
The puppies.
Busy.
Yeah, they're
Hyperactive.
well, yeah. Well, they're getting
Exhausting.
halfway through their life, so they are a little bit
And then you have Lily,
who's just a baby and she wants to play all the time. But yeah, and I wanted to go back to Chandra. I do feel you can work it out. I really do, and I think it. But you might want to put some guidelines down about certain things, and if his honesty is too blunt, it might be well for him to learn another style as well. It might be more positive for him as well as you to learn more. Okay.
Tay asks, hello, my cousin used to live with me and my family. She was pretty evil to us. I still have some resentment towards her since she was very evil to me and never seemed to care.
Yep. What's the question? So, first of all, forgive yourself for being cranky with her, because we're taught as spiritual people we're not allowed to feel these emotions. Well, we do feel them.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
I found it. It was just... Anyway. I want to move forward from what she did in the past. Is there any advice you have for me? So basically what you were saying.
Yeah. So basically forgive yourself for being cranky with her, about her. And realize that sometimes you're not being cranky so much as you're being realistic. But you want more than anything to get past the stage where she has control. And at the moment, she does still have control over you because you haven't, and you don't have to forgive her. Quite frankly, I know they say you do, but you don't. You have to forgive yourself for feeling guilty, for allowing her to mess up your life the way she did. And that's the most important thing, is you forgive yourself for your part in it. And yes, consciously you probably don't feel that way, but subconsciously, I'm pretty darn certain there's a part of you that feels, I deserve it. Otherwise, why did it happen? So no, you don't deserve it. Nobody deserves that. And so start off with forgiving yourself, and then go forward and look at her and realize how damaged she is. Realize that how much she must hurt to want to cause that kind of pain to other people. And realize you are the one who's in charge. She cannot come back and hurt you, not unless you give her permission. So you're the one in charge. You're the one who has the say, this is going to hurt, or this is going to not hurt. And honestly, the higher you vibrate, and what I just read in the thing today, it was discombobulated, but listen to it again, because this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the time to realize you're the one in charge, and you're the one who is the master of your fate. And whatever she did, she can only do with permission from you. Now, back then it was different because you didn't know as much. Now you do know. She cannot hurt you unless you choose to. You don't have to forgive her. You do have to release her. Okay? And that's a whole hour talk right there. I mean, we could go on and on and on about this, but all right.
Emily Coyne asks, "Hi, Eliz-sha and Elle, what do you see coming towards me?"
So first of all, what I see coming towards you is a great deal of frustration. And from that frustration is going to come understanding and self-knowledge. And it's going to be very powerful. And you're going to you're going to be blessing the day that they had that the frustration came into your life, because it is going to free you up from a great deal of of unhappy events. Basically, it's going to make your life so much better that you that it's a blessing in disguise, the frustration. But allow the frustration to come in, because you have that pre-knowledge that it is going to take you to a new level. Okay.
Laura H says, "Hi, how are you both today?"
We're good. I'm good.
Yep.
I shouldn't talk for my daughter. I do all the time, but
Moonfeather asks, "I was wondering if my guides have any tips for me to communicate and connect with them easier. I have a hard time figuring out if it's them or my own thoughts. Please and thank you."
that's because you don't trust yourself. It's much easier to trust yourself if you well, just for a little while, try this. Just say everything that you get is from them, and see what happens. And if it's illogical, then it's illogical. But honestly, how do I say this? Until you can distinguish the difference, it is very difficult. So trust everything for a week, then distrust everything for a week. It's try doing everything until you can feel the difference between yourself and them. And actually, if you get to the right place, everything is from them. The mind chatter, well, if it's mind chatter, just throw it out the window, because mind chatter is just basically a pain in the butt. And that's why you want to be quiet, want the quiet energy. But let's see. So, but one of the things too that you can do, besides asking me, ask your guides. You say, "Hey, give me signs so I know it's you." There's so many little things you can do, and it's all appropriate. I don't know. It's been a long time. But I remember being so frustrated because I couldn't tell the difference, and I didn't feel I was getting any any conversation. Didn't feel I was going anywhere. And I was so upset about it. And then one day I wasn't. And I don't even remember when the switch happened. So just trust that everything you get is from them, basically. But try everything. Literally, try everything.
Janelle Baker with a $5 super chat
Thank
asks, "Hi, will my daughter S settle down with a good man?"
She's young still, and she's got a lot to learn. And chances are that your mother frustration is going to stay frustrated for a while longer. Be patient. Eventually she will. But in the meantime, as much as you love your daughter, let her live her life. And you live your life. And yes, I get that. I have 3 daughters, and they drive me insane sometimes. But I have basically learned I cannot worry about them constantly, because if I do, I'd be completely gray. Oh, look, I am completely gray because I worried about them. It didn't change anything. It didn't speed up their growth. It didn't make them into something I wanted them to be. And I don't give them advice unless they ask. I learned that the hard way by being told to not your business, Mom. Even though you can see things better than they can, it's not your business, and it's their life. So just love them, back off, and that's about all you can do, I'm afraid. I'm sorry about that.
Aaron Liu with another $5 super chat
Hey, Aaron.
asks, "Greetings, Eliz-sha and Elle. Could you pick a card or 2 for me for the rest of this year?
For the rest of the year?
Or any messages from Spirit, please. Thank you."
Okay, I don't think you want it for a whole year, because after 6 months, things have a tendency to shift and change. But how about for the next 6 months, which is to the end of September? Maybe I should have said for the end of the year. It's really good. This is something I would do. I actually expect from you. It's the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is being able to see things clearly, clearer than those people around, and it's not necessarily that it's good or bad. It's just you can see what's happening clearly. You're moving into mastery. And mastery, you can pull the energy in and shift it and change it to work for the way you want. And it's not going hocus pocus alamagocus. Sometimes it's simply using a word here or a sentence there, or you can do this over there, and you shift and change things. And I have a hunch that you think of it as manipulation. They don't have to choose to accept your words. So I would be very careful of my words, because words are powerful and they're mantra. But it's also, you've given that power to shift and change, and you can see things more clearly than other people. Allow yourself to be guided, to use the right messages to shift other people's perspective. And there are people around you whose perspective really, really needs to be shifted. I can see it, and it's not because you think it is. It's because they really do need to be shifted. Their belief systems are archaic. The last card is the 6 of Wands, and basically it says things are going to work for your benefit in a way that makes you feel good. Okay, I know that sounds a little bit strange, but you have the knowledge, you have the empathy, you have the caring, and it's when you use it for negative, and all you have to do is just drop a word here or there, and that power will reverberate. They'll bounce through that person's energy. If they choose to accept it, then they will. I keep picking up your work, and I think that a lot of your efforts will be revolving around helping people wake up. And I don't mean wake up to become spiritual beings, but wake up to be better human beings. Okay, I hope that helps.
Maria Herrera says hello.
Hi, Maria.
Jasmine Fox asks, hey, what's my next partner going to be like?
I think that depends on you a lot, actually. It depends on how much you've changed and grown. And I suspect that you're changing and growing quite a bit. So hopefully it'll be different from what you've had in the past. And because it's different from what you've had in the past, the person will look and be quite different from what you have anticipated. You're going to find that you're attracted to people who look different from what you have in the past. And I have a feeling that you're going to be a little shocked at who you're attracted to. And I'm not going to tell you who, because it's part of the fun of being alive, right? Is dealing with the situation at hand. Okay, so just know that your next partner is going to be totally different from what you expected, and you're going to really enjoy this person a great deal. And that's the most important thing of all, is that you like who you're becoming, and you like who you're attracting. Okay.
Jennifer Schwab asks, hello, ladies. I hope you're doing well. Do my spirit guides have any messages they want me to know for the rest of April? Thank you.
It does appear that there's a bit of a turmoil coming, emotional turmoil coming. Can't handle. It's something you've handled many times in the past, and it's almost like you're going to be a support system, which you always are, right? A support system is basically one of your powers. So while you're being a support system, don't forget to support yourself. Is basically what I'm getting, and you're going to do a really, really good job of this supporting. Okay, and it's not just one; it's many energies that you're it's sort of like juggling, but you're going to do a really, really good job. Don't forget to give yourself time to recuperate yourself. Okay.
Laura H. asks, I was wondering what this strange feeling in my third chakra is. Any tips?
It's clearing out. I think that that's one of the more powerful chakras in the body. Well, they're all powerful, but it's one that this earth energy. It's one that this earth energy has a great deal of difficulty with. So I just basically see things clearing out. And what I would do is imagine the chakra opening up, and I'd take an imaginary vacuum, clean it out until it spins clear or clean to the color of the chakra. And then, of course, close the chakra back down. You can't live with the chakra fully open. It's not healthy. I think you want to bring it down to like 9% open as a general rule. But just finish clearing it out, and when stuff comes up, just say, thank you. You've made me who I am today. I appreciate you. You may leave. I no longer need you. Okay? So always be polite to that which you no longer need. It's always better to be polite, basically.
Naya says hello. D Sparks asks, what does my brother think of me? Dave, if you want his name.
Okay, that would make it easier. So I apologize. He says, I love her. She's a little bit of an airhead. But then she surprises me and comes out with these really cool ideas and ways of thinking. And it makes me sit back and go, what the heck? And you make him think occasionally. The most important thing that comes through is that he loves you. And he's used to he's used to you being young, and he hasn't seen that you've actually grown up. That's normal. My brother I'm in my 60s, late 60s, middle 60s. My brother still thinks of me as a little kid. He's like 4 years older than me. So it takes a while. But the biggest thing that comes through is that he does love you. He doesn't know how to deal with you necessarily, but he does love you.
Elisa Manzini asks, hi, Eliz-sha and Elle. I was suggested that I might have an entity attached. Is it just my own shadow, or do you also get the extra work might have to be done here? That extra work might have to be done here. I hope it's not too dark. Thank you.
So you do have your shadow attached to you as well. But if you give me permission, I'll just clear out the other one. But I need permission.
Until then, Naya asks, how many months would my board exam be delayed because of the current pandemic?
If I knew that, I'd be filthy rich.
Wouldn't we all?
But I don't think I think you're going to find that your board exam will be, I feel like it's summer because it feels hot and uncomfortable. So keep on studying. If I were you, I'd keep on studying. And if you can study now, you ace it.
Jennifer Schwab says, beautiful cross necklace.
Thank you.
Debbie H says, hello, everyone.
Hi, Debbie.
Lily Dulo asks, hello, ladies. How are you today? I saw a small white butterfly yesterday close to me. Is there a message for me from her? Thank you a lot, ladies.
Butterflies are always a positive message. And yes, it's transformation. You're changing, you're shifting, and you're becoming more. Well, you're not becoming more, you're becoming less, because you're becoming more of who you are and less what society's viewpoint of what you are. And you're doing this at a really rapid rate right now. You pick up things and you see things clearer than most people around you. Just know it's going to make life difficult for you. You may find that a lot of things shift and change for you because, unfortunately, not everybody is going to move at the same speed that you do. But it's okay. You're never going to be alone. Okay?
Polynesian Princess asks, "Hi ladies, I hope all is well. Could I ask why Cash hasn't spoken to me yet?"
I think he's a little bit intimidated by you. He's a little bit afraid that if he does, then there will be no tomorrow for him. So it's really not. It's really based on his fear, and that's about all I can say. He's just afraid that. He's afraid to take the bull by the horns and grow, and he's afraid to take the bull by the horns and grow up. That's basically what it amounts to.
Moonfeather says, "Oh, that this reading is fitting." Polynesian Princess says, "Nice reading." Megan McCarthy says, "Love the message, Eliz-sha. Wonderful wisdom that was much needed. Thank you." Patricia Scowen asks, "I went for a walk today high in the nature reserve. An orange butterfly was on the ground in front of me. Its wings were flapping. 'Oh, you want me to fly?' I said, message from you, Eliz-sha, for a few days ago. From you, Eliz-sha, a few days ago."
Oh, cool.
Megan McCarthy says, "I thought the reading was well said and delivered elegantly."
Well, thank you. I felt like I was discombobulated. That's one of my favorite words, by the way. But I'm trying to say more or more clearly what I want. I'm trying to express.
Jean Fermino asks, "Hello, darling. Any messages from my guides?"
So the first thing that came through was that they love you, and from that, I would assume that things are a little bit dicey, and you're feeling a little unworthy. So it goes through that stage where they don't feel like they're doing anything, that their life is on hold, and usually it's a precursor to a huge jump in growth or spiritual growth. So just know that things are shifting and changing for you in a positive way. Give it time, and I'm also suspecting that you try too hard. You don't allow things to happen. You push and work at it. And yes, I understand why you do that, because you have an idea of how the world should evolve for you. Allow the world to evolve, but allow it to evolve in its own way, and it will be better for you than not. You follow your intuitions. As soon as you have knowledge, as soon as you understand your intuitions a bit better, things will fall into place, because you'll know when to jump and you'll know when to hold your hand and wait. Okay, that's So just work on your intuitions, work on being aware of your intuitions, and that will be what will help you. That will help you a great deal more than anything else, is listening to and being aware of your intuitions. Okay.
Rara asks, does Charlene want me to fail?
There's a bit of jealousy there, but she doesn't truly want you to fail. She just feels inadequate herself. So because she feels inadequate, she projects it onto you, but she doesn't truly want you to fail. I mean, if you said that to her and she'd go, oh, no, no, no. And it doesn't actually feel like she truly wants it, but she is a touch jealous, and that's about all I can say. I'm sorry.
Doreen 888 asks, hi, can I ask if I will make it to the transit out of my fears into my power? Oh, transition from my fears into my power.
Okay, yes, that's an easy one. Yes.
I think so, but really I like to hear some feedback message about this. Thank you.
Yeah, everybody will, you will make it. That's a no-brainer. It's and again, it's going to go back to trusting yourself, loving yourself. As soon as you love yourself, trust yourself, things move much nicer, actually. Once you feel that you are who you're supposed to be, then life does actually become a lot easier once you leave the drama behind and literally just walk away from it at times. Things become so much better, and the fact that you're asking that question would suggest that it's really close. The truth is, though, once you get into the power and things like that, you're looking for the next step right afterwards, because that's just the way it is. But yes, you will. There is absolutely no question in my mind.
Elisa Manzini says, it would be nice to hear you talking about letting things go, transforming resentment.
First of all, you have to figure out why you feel that in yourself. And usually it's a sense of inadequacy. I'm not good enough. Why are they better than me? That kind of energy. But once you recognize, what I do when I get to a situation where I can't find a way out, I step back, I take away the physical body and look at myself as just simply energy. And once you do that, you realize that everything else is just ego. It's just fun. You know, we do this because it's fun. We stay on Earth because it's fun. And yes, I'm talking about all the negative things that happen and everything like that, because on the other side, it's just entertainment. We're living it. Doesn't feel like entertainment, but we truly have a choice. And one of the choices is to say, no, I don't want it. And it's actually quite simple. The resentments, you feel resentment because you feel other people have more than you, or you feel resentment because they don't value you. Well, the only one that can value you is you, really, honest to God. And the only one that can make a choice is you. And you can do this choice. It's simply one of the things I do is when I get a reaction, I'm thinking, is this what I feel? Or is this what the ego feels? And 9 times out of 9, it's the ego. And I go, oh, well, if it's the ego, it doesn't really matter because the ego is my servant. I'm not its servant, and I can let it go. And it does it. And I watch people. Their ego gets in the way, and they want to do something. They say, but I can't do that because then it proves to other people that they were right. Well, that's all right. Who cares what they were thinking and if they're right? It only matters if you want it. It doesn't matter if somebody else wants it for you who you don't particularly like. Well, for instance, a good choice would be looking at your mother. Your mother has always told you you should do this, and you don't want to do it because, hey, it was my mom, right? Moms shouldn't give advice, honestly. And but you really do want to do it, so you do it, and you do it because it's what you want to do, and you don't care that it's what other people suggested to you to do it. And I'm starting to wander. I know what I'm saying, but you do it because it's right for you. You don't do it because the ego tells you that it's good or bad. Okay.
And if you want more, join us on Facebook for more 3-hour interactives.
Well, I don't usually do the 3-hour interactives.
No, but what you were talking about,
we do talk about things
quite
like
often in the other.
Well, we do talk about things like that a lot. Erin and I, Elizabeth and I, we have some really cool discussions. So, and we do. Well, tomorrow, Nikki's going to be on, and she's going to do her energy work, and her energy is just amazing. We have it here. If you go down below, you can listen to her energy work. She is amazing. And if you guys want to do a lot of clearing, listen to her energy work. It will help. Like I said, she is amazing. Okay.
Patricia Scowen says, Fabier says, thank you so much. Your wise words really helped. I recently had a dream about her, and in the dream, I was trying to figure out what the lesson I was supposed to learn. Old wounds were also brought up a while ago, so I thought it would be good to ask you about it.
Wounds are just meant to be cleared.
Tea Lady the Truth asks, hey ladies, I would like to know my dad. I would like to know if my dad, who's been deceased for 19 years, hold on. I'd like to know my dad, deceased for 19 years. I'm a night owl. Does he come to see me? I think I'm not alone when I'm in my room.
Okay. Did she give his name?
No.
So basically what he did, he came in and said, daughter, I'm always with you. And he's sorry he hasn't been there for you in the physical, but you're right, you're never alone. And he appreciates it when you sit and chat with him, even if it's, in your mind, not out loud. He appreciates it when you talk to him. And what else? Okay, I think I said this already, but he does send his love. And he shows me a cup. And the cup is basically, it's filled. It's filled with a sparkling clear crystal clear, and it could be water, but it's a liquid. And okay, it's your thirst for knowledge. He admires your thirst for knowledge, and he's very supportive of your knowledge. You're searching for knowledge. You were quite young when he passed. That's what I'm getting. And because he calls you baby girl. And he basically says he supports you. He supports you all in everything you do. And he very much enjoys. He very much enjoys. You make him chuckle. You make him laugh with some of the things you think and you do. He says, I couldn't stay there. I'm sorry. It was his time. He had to go. He didn't. It was, and it was better that he left. But he does miss the times he could have spent with you in the physical. But at the same time, he's never left you. He's always been there for you. And he mentions it looks like a grade school. When you graduated from grade school, he was there for you at that time. And how proud he was. And he mentions that because I think that was one of the times you were really wishing that more people were around you, like your father, to be support. And he also says it's made you stronger. And it wasn't a pleasant strength, but having to be strong so young was not wonderful, but it did make you stronger. And okay, so basically, I apologize. It's very discombobulated. He sends his love and and his apologies. But you were better. It was better this way for you. Okay.
Erica Brooks John says, blessings, ladies. How are you feeling today? I just wanted to let you know that I had tea with my husband Maurice this morning, and it was lovely with tears of joy. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Oh, I'm really glad.
Erin Lou says, sounds good. Jeanette Preston says, good morning, sweet ladies. I hope you are well. Do you feel anything for me?
I feel like I really like you. Let me see what I can pick up, Jeanette. I just basically feel that that you're a very strong lady, and your support system is in place, and and always feel secure in calling on your guides for more support. You have that right, and there will be times in the near future when it's a requirement that you allow yourself to be supported. Okay.
And Debbie H asks, can your guides see what kind of spiritual path I'm going through? Thank you both so very much.
What particular?
What kind of spiritual path I'm going?
Okay, yeah, there are a few different kinds of spiritual paths. I think your spiritual path is in flux. I think that that you have a different. You can go a few different ways. It all depends on what you choose, actually. I can't. And you have the ability to go many different directions in your spiritual awakening, or path, your journey. I do see a moon, which is usually indicative of Wiccan, but more than anything, I get you're eclectic. You just take what you like and only use that which you like from anything. And that could be that you do choose to be it could be that you do choose to be predominantly Wiccan or something like that. But you're always going to think for yourself. You're not going to take things blindly. So I wouldn't worry about your spiritual path. I just accept at all times. And you want to do ceremony, do ceremony. You want to do. You want to think. You want to follow the middle way. Follow the middle way. You can do all that you want. But more than anything, it's how you feel. It's how you think. It's how you grow. That is the most important. It's the most important energy for you. And you don't have to follow a particular path, okay? You just have to follow the inner guidance, your inner guidance. And that's the most important thing. And your inner guidance is quite powerful. So just trust yourself. And that doesn't tell you what you want to know, but basically trust yourself is the answer. And there's a little bit of love that should go in there too.
Aaron Lou says, thank you so much. It helps for sure. I get it. Krista Charlton asks, hello, ladies, please. Do my guides have any messages for me? Thank you.
Well, they said basically follow your name and shine. It's you're really good at putting other people first. You're really good at pushing other people forward. But it's now your time to stand up there and shine. And I recommend that you do before you get smacked by the guides, because they're not gentle when they smack you. So go ahead and don't put your light under a bushel. Okay?
Mama B asks, why did Jesus get mad at his wife when she was trying to console me over an argument I had with my husband?
I think because he's a man and he took the male side. Nothing, men are men. They don't always have the same logic. Well, they don't have the same logic as women. And he just thought she was aiding and abetting when it wasn't their place to get involved. Okay.
Fiona R asks, will I ever live with Mike?
I'm not 100% sure that that's what he really wants. I mean, things change and shift as life goes on, but at this moment, that's not what he might be what he says, but it's not what he wants.
Zulmi R asks, when will my ex-Gemini reach out to me?
I don't think anytime soon.
Rachel N asks, is the Libra man still interested in me?
It doesn't appear to be as strong as it used to be, that's for sure. It just appears that he's got other things on his mind at the moment, at least, and that I wouldn't wait around for him. I mean, people make that mistake of thinking they're in love with somebody, and because they're in love with them, it has to be. Well, you can love a lot of people. It doesn't mean that's it. It has to be, and I know that's tough, but love is not always enough. Okay, so.
Laura H says, thank you so much for the messages. B. Erla says, hi dear Elisha and L.
I sent you an email and it came back twice. But we wanted to say thank you so very much. And like I say, it came back twice. I sent it twice for the email that was on
the email telling us about receiving a donation.
And so it's not that we didn't acknowledge it. We did. It's just they just said that no, that you don't exist.
Okay, where are we? Mary L asks, do you see me getting pregnant anytime this year?
Actually, I see you quite pregnant. Whether it's this year or not, I can't honestly tell you. But I see you full term.
We're almost at 70 minutes.
Yeah, and we do have other
things
that to do today. Unfortunately, there's a Gabriella.
Yeah, she just wants a. She had a question earlier.
Okay.
But she wants a love card.
Okay. Hang on. We will be back tomorrow and the day after. At least we're planning on it.
Yeah, it's a busy day today.
Yeah, it's payday today, so we need to buy groceries.
Yeah.
So the first card I got for you is Ace of Pentacles, which is abundance. It's an earth card, lots of shifting and changing, lots of positivity. This is basically for earth, right? I mean for love. So things are shifting and changing for you in that area, and there's a lot of very strong energy. And the next card is joy and happiness. I'll tell her I'll be right here.
Yeah.
There's a 10 of Cups is joy and happiness. It's a mature form of joy and happiness. So the love is going to be a mature love. It's not going to be, oh, I really like you, but it's one-sided. It's actually it comes from both of you. And with that, you will see the magic. You will see magic in this relationship. It feels like there's the energy that's coming towards you, and it could be there now, because these are all very positive and upfront cards. It's very magical. It's very good, and you'll see things from a perspective that is mature and grown up, which is what you want in the love relationship. But the fact is, you will get to believe in magic with this person. All right.
A real quick yes or no question, and if they come back tomorrow, we can ask again. We can add more to it. Anthigeo says, hello, dears. Eliz-sha, will my daughter Maria get divorced and return to Greece with my granddaughters?
She might get divorced, unless the laws are really different from Canadian laws. It would be very hard for her to bring her kids back to Greece unless he agrees to it. And that he will only agree to it if he just looking after bothered with them at all. So the divorce, it's a high probability, though I do feel she will try to hang on. Coming back to Greece only for visits, I believe.
And Elisa Manzini with 444, I believe, Grecian bucks. I don't know the name of the Grecian the Greek currency.
I don't either, actually.
Says you have my permission to clear any negative attachments.
Okay, so I will do that. I will do it off camera.
And Elisa Manzini, if you come back tomorrow and ask for follow-up, please do. We apologize to everyone we didn't get to.
But it's getting a little busier than it used to.
Yeah. So, and again, today is a busy day. I have to do a Costco run.
Which means she has to go out of town.
Yeah. So that's a lot of driving for me.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half there and an hour and a half back.
Yeah, which I don't mind, but.
I kind of worry about it, but but that's me. That's what you do with your mom, right?
Yeah,
that's what I tell you not to do.
Except when you're a mom, it's kind of hard.
So when you're a mom, you do it anyhow.
I mean, even up until the day my grandmother passed away, she's still worried about you.
Oh, she still does.
And still mothers you even now.
Yeah, but at least she believes me now.
But today on Wisdom Seekers Facebook page is the weekly meditation.
It's going to be me, so it's going to be short and sweet.
And what else? Tomorrow you were saying Nikki.
Nikki's doing it tomorrow.
Unless Zoom it screws up again and Zoom and Facebook don't stop being friends for the night. It will also be on Facebook. Otherwise, it'll be here on YouTube.
Yeah, but more than likely it will be on
Facebook.
Yeah. We did promise that we'd put it on YouTube again because she is fabulous.
Yeah.
But it will be in the future.
It will be a replay of the live broadcast.
And then you have to talk to Elle about that.
Yeah. It's on my list.
Because having to lift takes hours to
shift everything back and forth.
Yeah. That's why I wanted one that could do both at the same time.
And thank you for the well wishes and the be safe.
Thank you, yes, very much.
And again, we apologize for
well, we have gone over by 17 minutes.
Yeah.
Because we try to stop at an hour.
And we do try to get to everyone. It's just, it is not always possible. But ring the bell for all notifications and subscribe and all that good stuffy jazz. I don't know. I don't do YouTube. I just watch
good stuffy stuff. Okay, do that.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think we're good.
Can you see that?
And Lisa Manzini will be done off once we're finished the broadcast.
I'll do it right away.
If you come back tomorrow, we can fill you in on the questions you were asking of the history behind the entities, when, where, how.
Oh, I just get rid of them. Once they're gone, I don't care about them, unless it's something that you need to know. Unless it's something you need to know to help you grow and stuff, I just clear them away. Past is past.
But
see, anyhow, that's my latest.
Yeah, that's the kind of information we can update you on tomorrow. If it's something you need to know, we will let you know. If not, then
I'm really bad at that. I just get rid of them.
I don't even care if it's something you need to know. It's your job to figure that out. I'm good. Anyhow, we gotta go.
All right. Hasta mañana.
Yeah.
And namaste.
And thank you for your understanding, guys.
And thank you for the super chat. We do super appreciate that.
Yes, we do.
Bye.
Bye.